Aloha everyone, this is Lenora, Hawaii's Pickle Lady. Today I'm going to show you how to make beef stew, and it's going to be made in two ways, the healthy version and the regular version. First I'm going to show you the regular way where we brown it and then we put it in the pot. So first of all, I have some beef already cut up. Today I'm using beef stew meat, which is kind of expensive. So I have a combination of chuck steak, a leftover roast, anything, because meat is very expensive. So I'm going to show you first the traditional way of doing it. So I have here chunks of meat, and I'm going to sprinkle a little flour. Now mix the flour and meat. Now I usually put salt and pepper, but because I'm watching my salt intake, I'm not putting salt, but you can add salt here or people can add their own. So the skillet is hot. I'm going to put a little bit of oil, pour the meat in, and let it brown on each side. Turn the meat so it's nice and brown on each side. You get a caramelized effect here. So it doesn't take long. You can see the meat is nicely brown and caramelized. You want it like this because it really brings out the flavor, and the little toastiness on it will give it a slight crunch, and when you cook it, you have that beautiful taste. It doesn't have to be totally brown. You can see some places are undercooked, but that's okay because it'll finish cooking in the stew. I'm showing you the pan that I browned the meat in, and there's some oil in it, and I don't want the oil. So I'm just gonna put it together with the other caramelized meat. Now I have a big pot, it's hot, and I'm gonna show you a way to make beef stew that's healthy. There's no flour and no oil. And the thickening will come when we cook it with the vegetables and the tomatoes and all of that. So all you do is you pour in some water in the pot. This takes the place of oil, and this will cut your time in about half because we don't have to brown it and set it aside. Pour it in. Put the water in first so that the meat doesn't stick. So I'm just mixing it all up and letting it brown a little, or till the meat is not raw. And after that, I'll show you what's next. This is how the meat looks after being cooked in water, no oil, no flour, for 10 minutes. You can see the difference. So I'm just going to put it back in the pot with all the meat. Next, I'm going to add ginger that I've just smashed, some bay leaves, and some garlic, which I've already minced. Then I'm going to add in carrots because they take a long time to cook. Put in the onions. I'm also adding some parsley, fresh parsley, and you can use crushed tomatoes, diced tomatoes, any kind. And I have another can because this is a lot of meat. And I can smash, these are not cut up, so I'll cut them up later. And then I have here an organic no salt seasoning. It has pepper and it has 21 organic spices. I like to use this. You can use fresh herbs or dried herbs, but this is easier. So just sprinkle some in. Now we add a can of tomato paste to give it some thickness because we don't have any flour. Just get that all in. And I'm going to put this on the stove, bring it to a boil, and then simmer it for half hour. And then we'll come back and we'll add the other veggies because they cook faster. The beef stew has been cooking for half hour and it smells wonderful. And it looks good too. So now I'm just going to add the rest of the veggies because these don't take too long to cook and I didn't want it to get all soggy. So celery, bell peppers, head cabbage, potatoes. Adding some more Worcestershire sauce because I forgot it. And this adds a nice flavor to the stew. Okay, now I'm going to stir it all up. Mix it up really good. Oh, hi Austin, how you doing?
Hey, how you doing, Lenora?
Fine. Oh, look at this.
Wow.
Beef stew.
That's a big pot for beef
Well,
stew.
how many people we gotta feed, or how, not that many, but they're big eaters.
Oh,
so I have to make a huge pot.
Oh, when would it be ready?
Oh, in about half hour. Just
okay.
gotta cook the rest of the veggies and it's ready.
Gives me enough time to go take care of what I
Okay,
gotta do.
that's
I'll be
good.
right back.
We'll see you then.
All right, thank you.
Here's Austin,
Hey, guys.
here to taste. So let's see how this beef stew is for you.
All right.
You can see all the vegetables, bell peppers, celery, carrots, onions, cabbage. How is it?
It's really good. I can taste all the flavors. Really amazing
meat-
dish.
Meat is very soft and juicy, yeah?
So is the carrots, the celery. The potatoes are just good too. They're perfect.
And you can cut the potatoes or the vegetables any size you want, bigger or smaller. So Austin, have you had beef stew before?
I've had beef stew before, but not as this is really good. The vegetables are soft, the potatoes are soft, the meat is just juicy and tender, and this is really good.
So you've had it at a restaurant?
I've had it at a restaurant. It wasn't as delicious as this, and my mom cooks beef stew sometimes, but I would say it hasn't came out like this before.
Well, thank you.
You're welcome.
So guys, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. So thank you for watching. Mahalo.